Hey, this is TK, and welcome to Word of the Day. And so we're going to get started right now from Romans chapter 12, verse 3. It says, "For by the grace given me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment in accordance with the measure of faith God has given you." All right, so as we look at this, let's just kind of pick it apart again, right? We're going to talk about this thing called grace. Now, what is grace? God's unconditional, undeserved, unmerited love to us. That's right. You see, I didn't deserve it. I didn't earn it. It's not something that I can just go out and, hey, if I'm a good enough person, I'm going to get God's grace. I'm going to get onto God's good side. I can't do that. You see, grace has been given to me by God through Jesus Christ. Now, here's the thing. If that is true, then how and why am I holding grace back from somebody else? I mean, think about it. I don't deserve it, yet He gives it to me. I haven't earned it, yet He gives it to me. And so maybe our first thought of a person shouldn't be judgmental. Shouldn't be condescending. We talked a little about that yesterday, right? Our first thought maybe should be based out of the grace that has been given to me. Isn't that what Paul is saying here, right? So he writes to the church in Rome, "For it is by grace given me that I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly." You see, when we hold grace back and the first thing we do is throw a judgmental thought or a judgmental idea towards someone, we're holding grace back. And so we need to give grace out. Now, we can do that because we can humble ourselves and say, you know what? By grace that's been given to me, grace I shall give. And so because I know the love that God has for me, I can now look at another person with a caring heart, a loving heart, one that wants to give grace out first. And then we can walk in relationship. I'm not saying we accept sin. I'm not saying we accept everything that's going on that's wrong, but our first word should not be the negative. It should be the positive, for it is by grace that has been given to you. So let's show that grace today. So today, be awesome, be unique, be yourself. Show grace to people. Blow their mind because they're thinking you're going to give them the worst. Give them the best. Unconditional love. That's what God gave to us. Let's give it to them. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow on Word of the Day.